Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing well and having a great day. In this video, I want to talk about the Bitcoin halving, which will be happening in about 276 days as of making this video. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I just wanted to give my kind of prediction. And I actually like making these kind of videos because I also did one with Litecoin back in August 5th, 2019, okay? So that's when they had their last halving. I made the video on August 4th and then I released it on August 5th. So I had kind of a prediction where I was talking about the price and we were looking at the history of what the price would do to the Litecoin. And man, I think I was pretty spot on. You guys can maybe go watch the video. I was talking about my prediction at around 5 minutes to 6 minutes, and I was saying that the price would be stagnant. I didn't say that the price would go up. I said the price would be stagnant. So I didn't say the price would go lower, but as you know, as I showed that video August 5th, it was $94.30, but now Litecoin is $77, so it has dropped a good 20 bucks since I made that last video. And I guess, I don't know if stagnant would be the right term that I mentioned, but I would say, yeah, my prediction was, I would say medium scale. Not 100% correct, but almost. Anyways, that was the Litecoin halving now, and now the next Litecoin halving will be happening in 1,449 days, okay? So that's pretty much like 4 to 3 years from now. So anyways, back to the Bitcoin halving, okay? I wanted to give my kind of prediction, but I also wanted to just talk about some history of Bitcoin. We'll look at the hash rate and rich lists and the mining pools and some new Bitmain Antminers that's going to come out for Bitcoin, the SHA-256 algorithm. Okay, so as you guys all know, as of making this video, roughly, Bitcoin is hovering around between 10,000 and 11,000. And I wanted to really just take a look at the past history of the Bitcoin halvings, okay? So the first Bitcoin halving happened in, let's say, November 12th, 2012. And we take a look at what happened to the price shortly after. Well, not much shortly after, but maybe a couple months after. So starting in the next year, beginning of January of 2013, so about 3 or 4 months later, the price of Bitcoin started going up pretty good, from around $11 to $200. So that was the first halving, okay, for Bitcoin. The second halving, okay, happened around July of 2016, okay. Yeah, pretty big jump, I would say, and this was, I guess, the beginning of the run up to 2017 when Bitcoin went to 20,000 USD, and yeah, it really, I guess, I wouldn't say it started there, but it looks like the run up of price started about September 2015. Anyways, so that was the second halving. Now we are coming to the third halving, okay, which will be happening, as I showed you guys, in about 276 days. And I guess I forgot to mention that it's basically, the next Bitcoin halving is going to drop the block reward from 12.5 Bitcoin to 6.25 Bitcoin per block. Every block that's being mined in about 276 days will be 6.25 coins, okay? But back to this chart here, I forgot to mention this is just a chart I found on tradingview.com and a guy from Flavius Todorius 67. And he made this chart back in June 27th, 2018. And he seemed to be pretty spot on with the price going back down to around 3,000. And now it's, it's coming back up. But it's higher than his prediction that he made. So as of now, as of April, it's actually 10,000, 11,000. Okay, so but as of that video and August, let's see, August 2019, he mentioned Bitcoin would be about 3,000. Okay, so that was kind of wrong. But anyways, kind of just looking at, the next halving, I think in terms of the past halvings, okay, just a prediction, okay, this is just my prediction, not financial advice, whatever, all that stuff. In about May 17th, 2020, okay, for the next halving, around there, I predict that Bitcoin will definitely start a next rise, okay? Whether that rise is the same as the 2013 rise or the 2016 rise, we could possibly see the third Bitcoin halving to have a really big dramatic effect. So we can see from 12,000, 20,000 for the 1200 USD for the last halving high, $20,000 USD for the last halving high, and then the next halving potentially showing on this chart here from Flavius could be $100,000 Bitcoin. Okay, $100,000 for one Bitcoin, and he's showing that in the next year, next 2 years in 2022. Okay, so wow. I mean, if history repeats itself, I predict that we could see a huge run up to the next Bitcoin price. And not financial advice, guys. I'm just doing some predictions here, and I want to come back to this video back next when it's 2022. I want to come back to this video and say, wow, that actually correlated. The history correlates with, the next halvings, the past halvings, all that kind of stuff. It's just interesting to me, and I don't know if it's interesting for you guys, but I kind of like talking about it. Anyways, I know this is a mining channel, but I just wanted to give some. I just wanted to do my own personal prediction for myself, but it's kind of fun. Anyways, okay, enough about that. So that was just some history of the past Bitcoin halvings and whatnot. Okay, just to really end off in the video, I just wanted to talk about the Bitcoin hash rates, and it's continuing to go high. You guys all know that. I've made videos about talking about this before. And as Bitcoin hash rate's going higher, in my opinion, like it hasn't stopped. It's just continuing to go higher and higher. And when that happens, I just think of this ecosystem becoming just much, much bigger, and more people are coming into the ecosystem and the space and whatever you want to call it. It's just huge. It's becoming bigger, and I can see that's why potentially, from Bitcoin heading from 1,200 USD to 20,000 USD, and then what could we see next? 50,000 Bitcoin, 100,000 Bitcoin? We don't know. And then there's the fourth halving, which shows here that could potentially be 300,000 Bitcoin. Okay, which would be insane in the year 2026. Just as an example prediction. Anyways, now I just wanted to show that there's a lot of Bitcoin addresses right now. As you guys can see, between 0.1 Bitcoin and 1 Bitcoin, there's 2,012,806 Bitcoin addresses with that much Bitcoin. Okay, and I wonder if that's possibly maybe people that own, single addresses, right? It could be 2 million people that own 1 Bitcoin, potentially. We don't know, but I know that some apps and some phone apps and, your Ledger Nano S or hardware wallets will change the Bitcoin address every time. So this could be wrong. I mean, who knows? It adds into smaller addresses, right? Because you guys can see there's almost 5 million addresses here, and then 6 million addresses here with 0.001 to 0.01 Bitcoin on it. So interesting to see how much Bitcoin are on certain addresses. And you guys can see here on 100,000 to 1 million Bitcoin addresses, 4 addresses own that much Bitcoin, which is 3% of the total market. Total percentage of Bitcoin out on the markets right now. So just insane. You guys can take a look at this website. It's bitinfocharts.com, and it's just the top 100 rich list for Bitcoin. And they have like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and other coins on here. Pretty cool. And And I just want to finally mention that the decentralization of Bitcoin, in my opinion, it is pretty decentralized to a to a point. Okay, what I mean by that is that there's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pretty strong pools, and I could see that a lot of these are Chinese ones, but there are a couple US ones as well. And it's just amazing to me to see, you know, there are 13 unknown blocks last found. So there could be potentially a bunch of other mining pools that are not on this list. It could be a lot of, you know, solo pools that are not on this list as well. So it could be huge Bitcoin mining farms. I wouldn't doubt it. Like, I showed you guys the company last video, in the last couple videos. I think it was called for Hut 8. Okay, Hut 8 is a huge Bitcoin mining farm in Alberta, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have their own server, or they're like solo mining per se, so they wouldn't show up in this list. And finally, guys, I just want to mention for Bitcoin that there are a bunch of Antminer S17s that have been sold out, I guess, as of the last couple months as they release these, and of course they are still shipping out. They're going to ship these out in December 2019, okay? And it's interesting. I wonder when these last ones were shipped. Doesn't say. But anyways, the S17s aren't on this list yet, actually. Oh, no, they are. Okay, so they are on asicminervalue.com. And the S17s, they were released in April, right? So pretty much a couple months ago. And it looks like at 13 cents average per kilowatt hour, they are making $7.17 a day, okay, depending on which version you have. And these are profitable. But now I want to take a look at the S9s, okay? At 13 cents per kilowatt hour, these are not that profitable. And I mean, if you have the S9 SE at 16 terahash, you'll be making only 42 cents a day. But obviously, this is indicative of what your electrical cost is, right? So let's say you had 0.2 cents per kilowatt hour, like a certain Hut 8 company that I mentioned, and if they had S9s, they would still be making, at the lowest terahash model, $2.70 a day on the S9, so which was released in June 2016. So still profitable. Wow, just amazing, just amazing. Anyways, guys, I hope that was a lot of info for you guys to digest and just give you guys perspective, and I gave you guys some prediction stuff, and also talked about the Litecoin halving, that my prediction was kind of middle ground, kind of neutral. I said stagnant, which it pretty much is, and the price did go down. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys so much. My voice is still recovering. I'm still coughing here and there. Had to edit out my coughs. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Smash the like button if you guys like what I'm doing here. Subscribe, click the notification bells. Feel free to use my Amazon affiliate links down below. If you guys buy anything on Amazon, I get a little commission. It's at no cost to you, and it helps me and helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.